we had a good day last night. We ended up getting 4 modules on that place. The cotton's not as good as this first place we stripped, but still a good day. We were able to start before lunch because the humidity was low. But got a heavy dew, almost a little sprinkle even this morning in some spots. So good chance to get the grain drill hooked back up. So getting some wheat sowed. This is the first place we sowed, and this is what we would normally do. We plant in the stalks. Sometimes we shred them, sometimes we don't. It just depends. Last year we shredded everything because we didn't have any wheat to harvest. But gonna get this 50 acres sowed. We're I don't know if you can see, but the boxes are pretty low. This is the seed variety that we sowed on the first field, and so that will not finish this. So Dad's back there with the grain cart with a different variety, and we will try to get this as empty as we can, and then once we get as low as we can, we'll sow it out kind of in a different area off in this cotton ground that we can kill later, and then we'll fill up full with the new variety. And that's all we have left, and we'll sow everything in that different variety. Busy day today. Didn't get a lot of videos just because I was working. I'm sorry, but started sowing some wheat. Dad ended up getting that patch sowed. We sowed out that one variety, and I wrote on the back, and blew it out while we were sowing it out, and so got the new variety in. That'll go a lot faster now. So one field down, just finished stripping this field. This is a 150 acre field. Got it knocked out, so I can start sowing wheat here tomorrow morning probably. And so rolling, but sorry I didn't get a lot of video, but it was productive. Aren't you excited for us? Got a real heavy dew this morning, almost like it rained. We've had that, actually have had a little sprinkles last couple of days, but too humid to strip for a while. So I got about 100 acres to sow on this field. I'm gonna try to get much or all that knocked out this morning and through lunch. So I'm empty on grain, so I'm gonna get that filled up and sow some wheat. Show you, look at the humidity. It's really dry. That shouldn't be happening, but the cotton and just the dirt being humid collect a little bit of moisture overnight, sticking to our tires. That normally would not be happening. So yeah, that would make a huge mess if we were trying to strip the cotton. Everything just be wet and with all the moving parts, and it would just get gummed up, and we have all those saw teeth in the cleaner. It'd be a big mess. So that's why we can't strip in the morning, because all the cotton would look like that, and the burrs would be real kind of gummy, and they wouldn't clean very well. All right, so this land, if you notice, I'm bouncing a little bit. There's some dips and things in this field. We only worked this land for 2 years now, and the rows used to run perpendicular to the way we have them running now. but the land kind of slopes this way. That's the way the rows used to go. And so we thought that the water was probably was running better with the rows going the direction kind of the slope. So we cut the field in half the other direction, and think that will help with some of the water erosion. But years of the rows going the other direction, now we're going 90 degrees. It's going to take, Dad said he's had to do this before. It'll take a few years before we kind of work out some of these kind of just rough spots. When I was strip tilling with that deep shank, I could feel it every time I'd hit a kind of a loose spot, tight spot. It was kind of lurching on me. So hopefully, you know, every time we pass through this direction, we'll get it smoother, because holding the stripper through this when it was kind of bumpy was not as fun, and it's just kind of rough. So that's why I can't hold the camera still. It's just, it's not my fault. All right, well, this field is basically done. I'm sewing out the ends to cover up any spots. And so that's 150, well, let's see. I've done 153 acres so far, but this field's about 157 acres. So got that knocked out. I actually kind of started sprinkling a little bit, and the humidity has not dropped below 60. So Dad's spraying. I got this week's finished. I'm gonna go to the field we started stripping yesterday. We just got one module done. It's kind of a weird day with just different stuff going on, and so I'm gonna go sow as much as I can there, which won't be very much because we just started. And it'll be, you know, just kind of a day where we have to kind of adjust. There's a chance of rain tonight and into tomorrow morning. Not checking for much amounts, but keep us kind of out of the field. So we'll see what happens there. But good to get kind of caught up on the wheat sowing and get some spraying done. And we'll just keep, you know, take a day at a time, and that's all we can do. But it's kind of, I like this part of wheat sowing, kind of getting the whole thing buttoned up. So I dropped my phone, or actually I had my phone on the buddy seat in the stripper a couple days ago, and it vibrated and dropped and landed on a tool like a hammer, and that cracked my screen protector. And I left the screen protector on because it was still fine. I could see through it. But then I was noticing on my last couple of videos that there was like kind of right around in here, there's kind of like a little, like a glare. And I figured out that my glass was actually kind of spider and shattered. I can't see it all in all of the directions. It was just the screen protector, so thankful for that. My phone's okay, but so I took it off. Now you can see without the glare on the video. I guess one of the benefits of there not being a lot of cotton this year is this module was here just like an hour ago, and they've already picked it up. A lot of years we're waiting for them to get out, and so we can't really, so we have to sew around them or don't sew until they're done. But I don't have much I can get done, but it'd be nice to get ahead. So all right, so here I am. I'm in the right rows based on next year's cotton. That'll be right over there. So this would be the next, if we kept going the cotton, this would be the next rows. See, it would straddle. This will be where the rows will be for cotton in 2 years after, I guess, yeah, the next time this is in cotton in 2 years. So I'm on this track line, but I need to be on 30-inch. Well, actually first, my implement is 30 feet, and this is based on 40 feet. So I need to shift over 5 feet to get me to the edge of where I need to be. And then I need to change my track lines to 30s so it populates across the field the right spacing. All right, so now I'm going to change my track spacing. See, the physical width is 30 and the implement's 30, but we have it on 40, so I'm going to change that back to 30. sometimes it works out. I'm actually, where the 30 and the 40 meet, there's no difference. Sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes I'd have to shift one way or the other to get my 30-foot spacings to match my 40, but they're multiples of each other in a lot of ways, so they match up. So I'm still at 0, means I'm on the right spot, but I still need to shift over 5 feet because 30 and 40 are 10 apart. There's 5 feet on the left, 5 feet on the right. I'm going to shift over 5 feet. And so that should be my right track line to get me going 30 feet at a time this way and not leaving any gap next to next year's cotton. I'm here at the gin, and they're picking the modules up to take them into the gin, the module feeder, to start being gin. These are actually half modules. They have a bull buggy that can tromp it into a module, and so they it's kind of in between the way we do it and then round bale strippers. So kind of neat, but the gin is rolling. Well, new day today, another lesson in how little we can control in life. Got an inch of rain last night, so thankful for the rain always when it's been so dry especially, but that'll knock us out doing really anything for a while until that dries out. So good opportunity. We thought, or Dad thought he heard kind of a weird sound on the stripper the other day, and coming maybe from the alternator and some of the bearings or pulleys around there. So good opportunity to run to Abilene, and he had that alternator rebuilt in 2014, and the guy there said, yeah, you need to get that rebuilt anyway. So good opportunity. We can get it done today and get it back on. It won't shut us down since we're not working anyway. So gonna get a couple parts at the John Deere house, go to Abilene, get that alternator rebuilt if we can. Maybe go ahead and order a new alternator because older machine may not be able to get it if we do need it down the road. So again, kind of pivot, control what we can control, but yeah, still be productive.